So, I'm sure many of you guys have heard of wonder weapons in Call of Duty Black Ops. However, did you know, I'm sure a lot of people don't know, that Germany during World War II claimed to be creating wonder weapons themselves? Jonathan, did you know this?
I had zero clue. Only wonder weapons I know about are the ones locked up in Area 51.
True. Yeah. Along with the Ark of the Covenant.
The what?
From Indiana Jones reference? You watch Indiana Jones? No? Okay, alright. Okay, so Jonathan C.J. Reed is a veteran who has done 6 tours in Black Ops. Is there anything else you want to say about your background, Jonathan?
My background? Watch yourself.
Alright, well anyways, thank you for your service, Jonathan, and all those tours of Black Ops that you've done.
Anytime.
True American patriot and hero. So yeah, the wonder weapons, also known as the Wunderwaffe in German, were basically like Nazi propaganda that were supposed to be like revolutionary super weapons that the Germans were claiming they had, because they blast everywhere and say like, we have these weapons that are so much more powerful than you have, so we're gonna win the war. Which is, it's funny because it's like, we're like, oh, it's so ridiculous that they could build a weapon that's like borderline mystical or like completely world changing, right? And then during that time, all of a sudden we build the atomic bomb, and it's like, well, we kind of did build a wonder weapon when you think about it. But most of the weapons they were making were like prototypes that didn't really see combat. But some did, but there weren't enough of them to really make any military difference. This included stuff, I'm not sure if you're familiar with, like a lot of the advanced, more of like artillery and machinery, which I'm not going to get into too deep in this video, because this video is going to be more about like the Black Ops wonder weapons. But they had stuff like the 1-ton tank they were working on, which is like massive. Wait, is it 1 ton or 100 ton? I think that's a typo.
I was about to say 1 ton kind of sounded familiar.
1,000-ton tank. My bad. 1,000-ton tank. What am I saying?
1,000-ton tank.
Yeah. So there's a 1,000-ton tank. There's the orbital space laser, which was like hypothetical. And then there's like the direct energy weapons and the anti-gravity technology, which is all like conspiratorial. Jonathan, what is your understanding of wonder weapons in Black Ops? Like, where did they come from exactly?
Simple answer, straight from the mystery box.
Mystery box.
Historical answer. I'm gonna actually look that up. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I try to do like research in the Black Ops lore of like all the lore of zombies. It is so convoluted. Like, I do not understand it.
Oh yeah, you'll find stuff everywhere. Everywhere you watch different videos, there's just whole new information.
Yeah, it's like some stuff like sent people to the moon, and then like some stuff, what's the lore? It's like there's some like ancient super advanced race that sent in, what's the thing, 117, the ether, the dark ether. And they're the ones that basically gave us that technology, and that technology is what the scientists used to build wonder weapons. I think a lot of them were created by one of the scientists. It may have been Richtofen who built most of the wonder weapons.
Yeah, it most likely was him. So wait, okay. So yeah, Richtofen did the Wunderwaffe or Wunderwaffe. Every video I make, I always say Wunderwaffe because that's just how it looks.
That's probably right in popular culture. That's probably what it's actually called in the game.
I get destroyed in the comments like you're saying it wrong, whatever. But I'm gonna keep saying it Wunderwaffe. Okay, it's a Wunderwaffe. So yeah, that was Richtofen, and then everything else, I'm not sure. Like,
I'm seeing the first wonder weapons in zombies was created by Ludwig Maxis.
Yeah, Maxis, okay.
That makes sense. Anyways, enough of that historical nonsense.
Yeah, frick it.
Frick it. It was made by the Nazis. That's all we got to know. Okay. What was your personal favorite wonder weapon? Just overall, like the idea of it, how you used it.
Personal favorite has always been the Ray Gun Mark II, and that came in 2012 buried DLC. I don't know, I just thought it was so sick. It was like the ray gun, no splash damage, 3-round burst. It was perfect, and I believe they're adding it back to Black Ops 6.
Yo, that'd be sick. I haven't really used that one, but I think I've seen some of your videos where you talked about it, or you showed the replica you had.
Yeah, I bought 2 of them. The first one was so like terribly made, and then there was this guy Digi, and he made this super sick one. Lights up, has sounds like the ray gun I just showed you, and it's got this mag, and it's got this mag, and it has J Reed engraved into it. So it's like,
oh, that's sick.
It's like custom. It's awesome.
That's really cool. Do you want to do like a reverse brand deal where you like talk about how bad the company is, and then they pay us to take that part of the video out? No, but okay. So out of all the wonder weapons, you like the Mark III ray gun or Mark II ray gun?
Mark II.
Mark II. Which of all the wonder weapons in Black Ops would you say is the most practical that could be actually used in like warfare or against zombies, just in general?
I have a gun in mind. Okay, it is a wonder weapon. All right, I'm gonna say the acid gat.
The acid gat.
The acid gat, because it's a blunder gat shotgun, and it was introduced in Mob of the Dead, and you had to like find different parts around the map, and it's basically like this explosive acid attachment. So you shoot it, these acid ball thingies stick onto zombies, and they explode. I think that would be the most practical.
Yeah, that'd probably be, especially against humans. I mean, they probably wouldn't like that. That'd probably be that'd probably be against the Geneva Convention, but yeah, against zombies, yeah, that'd be probably melt their flesh right off.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, that would, melting skin off would be a little bit painful. You're from Florida, right? You guys do that.
Yeah, occasionally.
I heard you guys have a lot of problems with the bath salts.
Yeah, here and there.
That's where the real zombie was, the guy who ate the dude's face off.
Yeah.
That happened in your state.
I watched videos on that.
Bro, you were this close to having real life zombies.
Everything happens in Florida for no reason. Like, we got 50 other states. I ain't hear nothing about any other state ever.
You don't hear nothing about Missouri.
Yeah, what's going on in Missouri?
Oh, man. Nothing. Ain't nothing happened in Missouri, dude. I literally couldn't tell you, like, an important event that's ever happened here in the recent years. But you guys just had a bad hurricane. Did you evacuate and then come back?
Oh, yeah, it sucked. There was 1 week, which was storm surges in my area, so my whole neighborhood got, like, flooded. And then we come back from that. I went to Alabama. I had everything packed up. All my wonder weapons came with, like, car was filled. So we came back after, like, a few days, maybe, like, 4 days. And then Hurricane Milton forms, which was... That was a strong one. Category, I don't even remember. I think it was 4. And
yeah, that's nuts.
That one we just stayed at someone else's house who was just out of the flood zone.
Mm-hmm. Dang, so you actually got hit by both of them.
Yeah, the thing that just like...
Gosh, dang.
I don't know. It was just mad annoying. Packing up, coming back, unpacking, and then packing up all over again. But the house stands.
Good.
Yeah.
And you saved the Mark II as well.
I did save the Mark II.
We're so back.
Back in business.
So, the wonder weapons, yes. They have, well, I'm going to say they had real-world counterparts. What I'm going to say, honestly, Jonathan, is kind of a stretch. I'm going to, let's compare the ray gun versus the hypothetical thing the Nazis were trying to create, which was the sun gun.
Sun gun?
Yeah. I'll tell you about it here in just a second. Got my researches. And then I'm also going to compare the, do you know about, the bell, the Nazi bell? Die Glocke?
I do not.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that here in a second. I'm going to compare that to, there's something in Black Ops where there was like this bell-looking thing that you could get inside of, and you could like teleport. And I believe that's how, at one point in the Black Ops Zombies lore, they got to the moon, right?
Bell thing. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm not doubting it. It's just like Black Ops is so old. There's a lot to keep up with, a lot to remember. Maybe.
Decades of fictional history. What's the map with like the castle?
The Black Ops 3 map? Castle. Only castle I know is Riese and Drag.
Riese. Yes. Okay. I'm actually going to be talking about that here in a second. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy because there was a real operation called Project Riese. I'll talk about that here in just a second. Anyways, I'm going to continue with the sun gun and compare it to the ray gun. So, the sun gun was a hypothetical project by one of the Nazi scientists back in World War II when they were like desperately scraping to create these Wunderwaffe, the wonder weapons. It was called Sonnengweller. That's how it was in German, also known as the helio beam. So basically, there's this German scientist named Hermann Oberth, and in 1929, he started making these plans to develop a space station that literally was 3.5 square miles wide.
Jeez.
And it was all made out of, isn't that crazy? In 1920s, they're like, we can build a space station, but he was going to make it out of a whole bunch of mirrors and then use these mirrors to reflect the sunlight onto a concentrated point on Earth and basically claim to be able to build the Death Star and then use it to focus and potentially have the energy to boil oceans or even like burn entire cities to a crisp.
All right, that sounds a little insane.
Dude, doesn't that sound insane?
Just a little bit.
It's so weird because it's like they weren't worried about going to space, you know?
Yeah.
They weren't worried about building a space station 5,000 miles above the Earth.
Just to burn stuff?
Just to burn stuff. It's like that's the most efficient way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Which, like, I'm sure you know about like Operation Paperclip and that sort of thing. Which is like at the end of World War II, like organizations in the U.S. government, like NASA, were recruiting scientists from Germany and basically pardoning them so that they could help us get to space. So like Werner von Braun, he was the main rocket scientist in Germany. He basically developed the V2 rocket, which was one of the first. It was the first ballistic missile. Anyways, he actually created the first object that ever went into space in 1944, which is the V2 rocket. So maybe they really did have the capabilities to put stuff into space. They probably didn't, but I like to think that, you know, Werner von Braun, like, he was incredible. He's a big guy in NASA. Like, there's pictures of him with, like, JFK, which is crazy, because he was Nazi Germany. So, anyways.
Was history your favorite subject?
I'm just a massive nerd.
Yeah, you seem to know your stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot of info.
It was my favorite subject. Yeah, I actually married a history teacher.
Oh, actually?
Not my history teacher. She was teaching history, not for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. She likes history. I like history, and as you can see, I have a little obsession with like medieval helmets. So, yeah, I like history. Do you like history?
History was not my best subject.
You're boring me, dude.
No. I'm trying to think of any subject. I would probably say science.
Science pretty busting. I get you.
I was always cheeks at math. History, I just wasn't great at remembering stuff.
Yeah. It's funny that that's like a subject you didn't really like that much, but then you go and like zombies is it for you, you know, because it's like there's so much history in it.
Dude, it's just a fun mode. That's all there is to it. Like,
it is. It's addictive.
Yeah,
especially the new one.
BO6 brought it back. It brought it back good.
It's so good, right?
Oh, Black Ops 6 Zombies?
Yeah.
Dude, it has been my favorite in like the past 10 years.
Good. Let's go. Okay, I agree. Like my buddy Matt, he's a little bit of a hater on some stuff.
Yeah.
And like he didn't want to claim that Black Ops 6 Zombies was good. But the more we played it, the more he wanted to play it.
Oh yeah, it's actually good. It's actually good this year.
It's busted.
Because we compare it to, geez, World War II zombies, terrible. Black Ops 4 zombies. I thought that one was terrible. I mean, a lot of people might disagree with me on that, but what was the recent ones? MW3 zombies, bro. No. MW3 zombies was the worst thing I've ever played. And Vanguard. Cold War, I thought that one was all right.
Yeah, I played a little Cold War, and I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't obsessed with it like this one, though.
Oh, yeah, this one I could play for hours.
So, anyways, during World War II, another group of German scientists picked up this idea of building this space station Death Star thing that used the sun to burn places, and they were kind of interrogated later on during the war about it, and they were like, yeah, we could create this thing, but it would be completed in like 50 to 100 years, which, where did they even get that number? Especially like when technology was developing so quickly, they're just like, yeah, 50 to 100 years, we can have that.
Yeah, just throw out a random number.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. People had to be doing that a lot back then. Anyways, so in reality, modern scientists like looked at their design and like looked at the capabilities that they thought they'd be able to do, like burn cities, boil oceans, and they're like, yeah, that design definitely would not work based on how they were trying to do it. And now in modern day, they kind of estimate that developing something like that would be more of like efficient to make a whole bunch of small satellites in a mega cluster. And they think that maybe they could build something like that by, putting a bunch of mirrors on satellites all separately and then coordinating them to all point in one direction. But it is all still fictional.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, you never know. You never know. Any developments that we know about now are far advanced by the time the public hears about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ray gun, Jonathan, how does it work? Is it like the sunbeam? Does it use the sun?
The ray gun does not use the sun. How does it work? Does
it use dark ether, or what is it shooting?
Let's see if this says anything.
Let's read the wiki about it. It says that the ray gun was developed by Dr. Ludwig Maxis of Group 935.
Okay. Powered by a combination of element 115 and cold fusion technology, creating cold cell batteries to be inserted in the gun as ammunition.
Did we just read that at the same time?
Oh, actually?
We just did.
So yeah, element 115, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dark ether is like that glowy purple substance stuff.
Yes. And element 115 is like, that's the thing that the interdimensional beings gave to Earth on accident, or it's what the Nazis found on accident in the game?
Yes. They were. I think we find that out in Origins when in the intro cutscene thingy. There's miners digging a excavation site, something, and I think that's why all the rocks are just around the map on Origins, the 115 rocks.
It says element 115 was used to create the zombies, as one of its side effects was the reanimation of dead cells. So it's saying that it's reanimating dead cells, and that's how the zombies were created. I actually did not know that. That's crazy. But that makes sense, along with the other lore. And they were trying to use the zombies as super soldiers in Germany during World War II. And then the ray gun was created to then, I guess, fight those zombies.
It's a crazy method, using 115 to create zombies in war.
They're like, yeah, this will be useful. So they created like a particle accelerator in the game, right? That's how they tore open the dimension, and then the things come in. The zombies come in from the. You know what?
Which map are you thinking of?
I don't. There's a map where they created the vortex because they created a particle accelerator, opened up a dimension, and then there's this zombie that's like really big and buff, and he's starting to remember his past because somehow we got him to remember his past, and he realizes he was supposed to shut off the machine because he was sent into the mine to shut off the machine or to turn on the machine. He turns it on, it kills him, he turns into a zombie, and then later on he's with us in the game and he's supposed to shut off the machine. Yes. It's really sad because he's like, he has a family and children, and he's like remembering them, and he's a giant, massive zombie, and he's like, dang, I'll never see my family again, and then he shuts it off and he dies.
Could that have been Blood of the Dead?
Perhaps.
That was a Black Ops 4 map. I don't know.
Black Ops 4. Okay. Yeah, there's too much.
Yeah, you're saying big guy, and that's like the big guy I think of Brutus.
Yes, I think that's right. Brutus sounds right. So, now that we've gone through the ray gun, it works because it uses element 115, which is like this interdimensional material that came from these intelligent things. It came from, I don't know what, another dimension, obviously, because they're interdimensional. What's interesting about something like a ray gun is people throughout history, especially like early in the 1900s, were trying to develop something like a death ray, which I would assume is just kind of like the ray gun. But like different notable inventors, such as like, Nikola Tesla. I love that dude. He's always talking some crazy stuff he's inventing. He said he invented a death ray and that the government took it from him. But I don't know if there's much more for me to say about that other than convoluted theories. What's funny, this is really funny. So they were during World War II, England, yes, it was England, the British Air Ministry, they were trying to create a death ray or like an engine stopping ray. And while they were trying to create this ray, they came up with the idea of using radio to detect aircraft because they were trying to shut off aircraft using radio waves. And I just thought that was really interesting. So they basically developed the radar by trying to make a death ray. All right, speaking of convoluted stuff, Die Glocke. So, if you're not familiar with like the conspiracy of Die Glocke, basically there was this conspiracy theory about an alleged top secret piece of technology that Nazi Germany was supposed to be developing back in the 1940s, and it was basically a giant 12-foot tall bell looking device that people say was either like anti-gravity, basically like a flying saucer, or they say it was like a time machine or it could see into the past. And then rumors after World War II, rumors about this device existed for decades since World War II. But, like mainstream media and other people are just like, this is pseudoscientific, quit talking about it. And the more I research it, the less I know.
Wait, so Die Glocke was the name of that bell thing you were talking about?
Yeah, and I believe it makes an appearance in one of the Black Ops maps, one of the zombies maps. I actually got it pulled up right here. It was Dear Rise. In Dear Rise, there is the bell thing. The teleporter in Dear Rise. That's the castle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you remember that? Good.
Wait. All right, you're saying it was one of the teleporter things.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, yeah, I never would have noticed that if you didn't point that out.
Yeah, so I'm guessing the developers heard about these, the conspiracy theories about it, and they're like, oh, we got to add that to zombies. That's fun.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. Okay.
We're about to get another castle map in zombies in Black Ops 6.
Bro, I'm excited for that. I hope they bring bows back.
Dude, I hope so. So, I'm going to drop some more brain-rotting lore to you, Jonathan, about the castle and Dear Rise.
The Reisendreck?
Yes, Die Reisendreck, yes. So, the castle in that Black Ops was actually a real place in World War II. There was this operation called Operation Rise, where... Oh, it was called Project Rise, where they were conducting one of the largest construction programs during World War II in Germany, and they were digging out these huge tunnels underneath that castle. And people like to add a bunch of conspiracy theories that Die Glocke or Die Glocke or the bell, the
bell,
Nazi
yeah,
bell,
yeah.
was like the experiment that was going on there. But very likely they were digging these massive tunnels because they were trying to build their V2 rockets underneath the castle. So, which is crazy. It's like they're trying to build rockets underneath the castle.
Yeah.
Like, that's so World War II, you know?
Sounds like it would
so
just end up exploding the whole castle.
For real, you lose a iconic place from the 1400s. I also found this other guy who said that he thought, well, he actually did a lot of research on it. I haven't done anywhere near as much as this one other random guy online, but he thinks that the bell, the conspiracy theory about the bell and like the Nazi bell in real life did exist, but rather it was not some mystical object that could teleport or, you know, see into the future or the past or whatever, but rather it was a particle accelerator that they were using to harvest plutonium and uranium from uranium by transmutation. So, you know, maybe the bell did exist and it was something completely different.
I believe in the bell.
You believe in the bell? Let's go. We're back. We're so back. Anyways, I'm going to touch on the V2 rocket real quick because we were just talking about like maybe the V2 rocket was being created at the castle that map was inspired from. It was the first artificial object to travel into space in 1944, which is so crazy. Because,
wait, this rocket that was built under the castle?
Yeah. Well, we don't know if it was built underneath the castle.
Oh, right.
We assume that they were trying to start building underneath the castle because they got targeted so much. Like, we would just destroy their building processes over there in Germany.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first artificial object in space was this V2 rocket. And it was essentially the first long-range guided ballistic missile. And there was more than 3,000 of them launched, and it resulted in an estimated 9,000 deaths overall. However, these missiles, like, they were super ahead of their time, but, like, they weren't super accurate. For instance, Hitler was like, we got to shoot 2 of these at Paris. And they're like, all right, let's do it. And they shot 2 at Paris, and then they immediately fell back down and got demolished because, you know, they weren't super steady at that point. But there are, like, pictures of these things hitting residential areas in London, which is crazy. It's crazy how bad London got hit by this sort of thing. And they were very destructive for what they were. Along with the V2 rocket, Germany also had created the 163 Comet, Messerschmitt ME 163 Comet, which was literally like a rocket with wings. It was the first and only rocket-powered interceptor aircraft. I would imagine it was extremely volatile. But I would kind of... I'm just trying to kind of relate that to the Glocke or the Bell or like the teleporter in Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
So did you use or not Black Ops 6, but did you use the teleporter in Dear Riese? Like, how did that teleporter thing work?
So yeah, the Riese teleporters, you have to link them all. That's how Pack-a-Punch gets opened up, and then you can just use the teleporters. They just teleport you to like the other teleporters. It's like one of the few maps where you don't physically leave the area of the map to go somewhere completely different. You kind of just like stay in the map, teleporting to the 3 parts.
So whenever you Pack-a-Punch a gun in Black Ops Zombies, what is happening to the gun? Is it like becoming enchanted? Because it seems like it becomes mystical. Like it starts shooting like the lasers and stuff.
Yeah. The first few COD Zombies games, it was pretty basic. I mean, you packed some you could pack multiple times. It kind of just, like Black Ops 2, for example, you pack multiple times. It really just added different attachments to the guns. And I don't know, yeah, you're shooting like rainbow lasers, but now with the newer Zombies games, there's a whole lot extra, like ammo mods, change the ammo type. Pack-a-Punch a total of 3 times in Black Ops 6, and that just adds way more damage. Sometimes it completely changes the gun. Like the Mustang and Sally, you got to pack a punch that twice to actually get the explosive rounds.
So, do the zombies, are they just regular people that are getting infected in this game? Like, can you become a zombie, or do you have to have that 111 stuff, 117 stuff, element 115?
Repeat that one more time.
Can zombies turn you into a zombie in Black Ops, or do you only get turned into a zombie from element 115?
I'm pretty sure after the game ends, you turn into a zombie without the 115. I think they just carry it inside of them.
It's just a classic zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Fueled by interdimensional rocks.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. There were some cutscenes, BO2, I think it was Die Rise. You see some of the main characters die, and then they're back as zombies. Or zombified versions after they get bit. So, pretty sure you don't physically need the 115 on you.
So do you think they were originally going to go in this direction with zombies? Like, whenever World at War zombies came out, do you think they were trying to make them, like, explain the entire story about, like, the interdimensional rocks and the scientists and that sort of thing? No, okay, that's what I kind of thought too. Because they felt like the zombies in World at War felt so much more, like, worldly. Like, they were some sort of, like, demonic thing that happened because of the evils of war.
No, yeah, World at War zombies, no story, no nothing to it. They just threw it in as a third game mode. Like, they didn't expect it to be as popular as it was. So once they saw it like really explode, they started adding more maps, and then they definitely came up with the story later down the line, because everything still somehow connects, even with World at War when it wasn't intentionally meant to connect.
Yeah. What's your favorite monster boss battle in zombies?
All right, this is gonna sound insane. This one comes from Infinite Warfare. Attack of the radioactive thing. That boss fight.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this one.
Just because it was the most frustrating thing of my entire life, because there was a part where you're timed, you have to input this code in the bomb, whatever. And it took me so long. I had to use glitches and everything to repeat that process instead of just like restarting the whole game. It was just insane.
It's like it's a dadgum it's Godzilla.
The radioactive thing?
Yeah, it's coming up out of the ocean.
Yeah.
Definitely Godzilla. What the heck? I didn't know that. It's actually kind of sick. I want to play that now. You're gonna get me to play Infinite Warfare.
No, yeah, it was weird. It was just years after the game was even out. My friend hits me up one day because he loves Easter eggs, and he's like, "Yo, let's do all the Infinite Warfare Easter eggs." Okay. There wasn't a good COD game at the time, so we just ran all of them.
That's sick. All right. Well, I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. Do you have anything else to add as far as like the direction you think that the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies campaign is gonna go?
Like with the castle stuff?
Yeah.
It sucks because we really like know nothing about that right now. We know it takes place in Avalon, just of how the Terminus Easter egg ended. I'm trying to think. So you kill that giant squid thingy at the end, and then the first boss fight was killing what's her name's the playable character. It's her brother. So I don't know. I think they're gonna go completely. I don't know, because like Terminus ended how it should have ended. The old lady got sucked into the water too, and like there's like no things that left me with questions. They might just go for something completely different, new, like not regarding Terminus at all. No, wait, I'm wrong on that. Take that away. We know it's in Avalon, but I don't know if that was like a secret thing that was just on the screen, or they said something in the dialogue. Do you know what the map's called? The castle one?
Oh, is it gonna be another something Rise?
Citadella de Morts. Citadella, which translates Citadel of the Dead.
Citadel of the Dead. Vampires? No.
That would be sick if they put vampires.
Dude, I think that would be kind of cool if they're
Like-
like flying around and turning into bats and stuff, or hanging from the ceilings. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I mean, I feel like that would work in a castle map.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did with the witches in Buried. How you go into that mansion, and if you get hit by them, they take away 2,000 points from you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was insane.
That would be a sick add-in, because I feel like they need. Well, they've done good. I was just gonna say a few more monsters would be kind of cool, which I'm sure they got some stuff in store for us.
Oh, wait. Season 1 will introduce directed mode for zombies. Okay, so that's what, the guided mode? A new enemy type. Have we seen that? Or is that coming with the map?
I bet it's coming with the map.
Yeah, they made it weird, like the release of Season 1 not coming with the zombies map. Like the zombie map comes later. I don't know why, but... Alright, a new enemy type. I think vampires could be... actually, like, fit in really good.
That would actually be sick, dude. If you call vampires before it happens, it happened here, folks.
No, that just intrigues me. The castle also features a medieval village with hidden secrets and many ghoulish horrors.
Ghoulish.
That could just be talking about the zombies themselves. I don't know, but vampires.
Ghost
I'm waiting to see
zombies.
it. Okay.
Werewolves.
Werewolves could work too instead of the hellhounds.
That'd be kind of sick.
That could work.
Or like the shoot, what else do they have? Well, is it France? Is it a French castle? If it's a French castle, I would think they would do something with werewolves, because that was a big French thing.
Let me look that up. Citadel. Oh yeah. I'll just see where Avalon's at. I have no clue where is Avalon. Shoot, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I don't know if I don't want to spoil anything for you. Are you immune to spoilers? Can I tell you?
Yeah. Lay it on me.
Okay. I don't know if this is real. This is from The Gamer. I guess that might be a publishing service. The Gamer. It says that the new Black Ops 6 Zombies map is going to have a new wonder weapon, and it's going to be a sword. Dude.
That could be cool.
That would be sick.
We've seen a sword in Shadows of Evil.
Was it good? I don't remember.
No, it was pretty solid.
All right.
Oh, that could be exciting. But oh. Yeah, I heard there's supposed to be a new type of wonder weapon every map that drops. All I'm really hoping for is to see the return of the Mark II.
The Mark II.
The Mark II, that's all I want
There
to
you
see.
have it. He's going to get his Mark II. He saved it from 2 hurricanes, and he's going to get it.
Bro, it's got to come
Black Ops
back.
6. He's prophesying.
I'm going to speak it into existence. Just like the vampires.
Yep. All right, Jonathan. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking about a bunch of completely delusional and borderline historical things.
Oh, for sure. Thank you for having me.
Would you like to plug your channel? Where can people find you on YouTube or elsewhere?
If you want to watch some of the highest quality gaming content on the platform, go peep It's Jonathan Games. Brand new channel.
It's Jonathan Games.
Brand new channel, starting from the ground up. We go on mainstream. Trust the process.
Yo, new channel. Do you have any merch?
Zero merch on the
merch?
line, but
Zero merch.
one day.
One day. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Everyone like and subscribe.
Yeah, do that and to him and touch his subscribe button.
Yes.